Hi, Sagittarius. This is Jeffrey. This is Right Color, and this is the reading for July 2021. Yes, indeed. We are in July. Well, almost. Very exciting. Midsummer. Productive time. So, Sagittarius, let us see what's going on for you. Oh, please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I am offering one-on-one readings. All the information is below. And I'm going to make the t-shirts look prettier. I'm going to put them on models on the back end of the site. So, well, I'm going to have somebody press some buttons and do it for me, actually. I mean, because the amount of hours it would take me to figure out how to press those buttons, it would be cheaper for me to hire somebody. So that's what I'm going to do. Maybe that's part of the message. You know, maybe you don't have to take everything on yourself. Maybe you need to ask for help. Maybe that's part of the message for you. No, the lighting's a little funny, a little bright on one side. It's a different time of day than I usually do the readings. The day really kind of got away from me today. So, which is fine. I'm still moving forward. Okay, let's see what's going on for Sagittarius for the month of July 2021. 1, 2, 3. Very interesting. Okay, I always say that, don't I? Okay, very powerful card. Death, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. Very, very interesting. Okay. To me, so whenever you watch those really bad movies and they show a tarot reader, they play that creepy music and there's like, you know, whatever, they always pull the death card and, then they play the music, whatever. The death card very rarely means physical death. Okay? The death card is a really powerful card. It's really the card of transformation. It's a profound transformation where one thing is left behind and something had to die in order for something else to live, basically. So this is really about something completely new coming alive. Look, here's the sun rising again. So something completely, this is the phoenix rising from the ashes. So this is something totally done with and something, or something being completely transformed. It could, it's almost like, let's say you work for a company and you work in one area and it's like, oh no, we want you in charge of this now. And it's like a completely new world. It's like, oh, okay. And you morph into whatever whatever you need to morph into to fit that bill. It could be that. It could be, a change. I do think this has something to do with work, right? So this is both the master and the apprentice. So this guy knows what he's doing. He's been working at it for a really long time. He's really detail oriented. He's really good at it, and he knows how to do his job. He knows how to do his job really well. So he's really on his way to becoming uh, the master, right? He's really on his way of becoming the master. So that's what maybe part of the transformation is really understanding that I'm no longer an apprentice. I'm really much bigger than that. And then we get the 10, and the 10, this is a lovely card. This is like a wish come true, it kind of. And, it's the rainbow. This is about emotional fulfillment. So I think this might have something to do with your job. Maybe there's going to be a transformation in where you work or how you work, or maybe the amount of money you make, or I mean, get ready for like the whole thing to completely change, completely change. Maybe you're looking for a new job, and where you end up is somewhere that's emotionally fulfilling. You know, maybe that's the transformation. Maybe the place that you're working is like, it feels like jail, feels really horrible. And you know, you've been doing your thing, and you've been working away at, like, maybe you've been working away at trying to get a new job, and all of a sudden something comes through and it's like, well, this is better than I thought it was going to be. Could be that. Yeah, I feel like, so if you're really working at what do you call it? If you're really working away at trying to get a new job or trying to transform your work situation, or the way you work, or what you do for work, this is definitely send it all out. Send it all out. You know, it's like someone will say, you know, you'll hear maybe, oh, I heard this and this place is looking. And, you know, in the past, you would have said, yeah, you know, whatever. Do it. You know, send it out. Be open to anything. Be open to anything. Because I think anything can happen. I think anything can happen. Especially with this card, like anything can happen. And the 10. Yeah. He's off on a new trip. Very strategic. He's off to a new place. He's taking action toward his goal. He's taking action towards his passion. He's taking action toward like a new endeavor. Um, Maybe a new place. Maybe a new. I feel like he's excited in a good way. He's excited. I feel like there's. I feel like, I don't know, somehow through your work or through what you do, there's going to be this newfound passion, this newfound purpose. But I think there's going to be a big change. So it's either a change in the place that you're working, that could mean a new job, or it could be like a change in the way you're seen there or the way you work there. An offer, an offer, some healing. I don't have any bad cards here. I threw 6 cards. I threw 6 cards. That's a lot for me. Look, the transforming energy, the awareness, the fulfillment, messages, more awareness, action, action. I feel it does feel like a new job. I don't feel like it's the job you're in. I feel like it's a new job, and it might be in like a related field. It might be a different field, right? It might be something like, oh, I never thought of doing that, and then all of a sudden it kind of like reveals itself to you, or it something happens, and it's like, oh, okay, I kind of like this, right? There are so many people that graduate from school with a, one or other degree, and they end up working doing something else that's related, but not necessarily the thing that you got the degree for. Because sometimes, you know, companies, or, you know, sometimes it's good to see things from the outside, right? Sometimes it's good to see things from like a different perspective. That's why kids have such great ideas, because they're not tied into all these weird things that adults are tied into. It's like, oh, well, it has to fit into this compartment. And sometimes a kid comes up with this weird idea, and it's like, it's a great idea, kid. It feels really good. It feels transformative. It feels transformative. And you have to also understand that, you know, The Death card is it's a card of Scorpio, but it's very profound. The Death card is really very profound. It really, the understanding of that card is really like something really has to die. Something really has to be like there's no life left in it in order for something else to come up. So it's not, it's not like this smooth transition. It's like boom, boom. It's like that. It's like that. So just want you to be aware of that. Because I think like this whole thing can come like that because this is also a card of swiftness. This is a card of swiftness. It's almost like you go into work on Wednesday at 9 o'clock, and by Wednesday at 3 o'clock, you have a new job and you start on Thursday or Wednesday night. It's a little bit like that, right? It's a little bit like that. So, this also says to me, this is always for me about messages, right? So it also says to me, if you have any kind of inkling to send your resume to any kind of place, definitely send it. Definitely. Well, I don't really think I'm qualified for this. Send the resume anyway. Or be open to anything anyway. Because this is like, it's like, what is that growing over there? That's the other side of the Death card. It's like something completely new is going to grow and you might not recognize what it is. You might not recognize what it is. It's like, I never saw that growing there before. It's like, doesn't really make any sense with the kind of climate it is here, but it doesn't matter. It's growing there. So, got me? Because overall, this is this is a profoundly hopeful card. And also the other thing about this card, this is kind of karmic. And sometimes this card comes through because of, it's almost like sometimes the universe or our soul throws us something so weird and so out of the blue, a little bit like the Tower card in a way, that it's like it needed to happen exactly the way it happened. Because it's very easy to stay where you are and do what you're doing, whether you're happy or unhappy. It's very easy to do that, right? Sometimes we need for the whole thing to be transformed. And sometimes it has to come from an outside thing because we wouldn't have seen it otherwise, or we wouldn't have understood it otherwise. And I really do believe this has to do with work, because this is the work card more than anything else. So it's a very interesting month, very transformative. And could be full of surprises, but I think all the surprises are good. That's what I think. I think all the surprises are good. I didn't get one bad card. I mean, you could read any card anyway, but I didn't get, there are certain cards, it's like, none of those. So it's actually very exciting. So be excited for this new life, this new quest, these new actions you're going to take. Be excited because it's going to be fulfilling. Sometimes it's like you lost a certain job and it's like, and it's like, what a great thing what that was. How fantastic. How lucky I am. Blessings. Have a lovely July. Enjoy the summer.